you hear those sounds, it's time for a Merle Haggard classic. We're going to do OKIE from MUSKOGEE here in just a second and play an instrumental version with this 68 reissue. But I want to share something real quick, a quick tip. I was having problems with the guitar going out of tune when I would bend the B string, which this is a B bender. And it wasn't that the B was out of tune, it was that the other strings around it were the E and the G. And this is a quick tip. Any of these T-style guitars, especially the benders, we're putting a lot of pressure on that neck. And a lot of people are very heavy-handed, even if they don't have benders. I'm one of those. The very first time I put that double bender by Mr. Glaser that he made for me, just resting my hand on it was knocking it out of tune. Just the pressure from how heavy-handed I've always been. It was not ever been a problem because none of my guitars were benders until I got that double bender from Mr. Joe. But with that in mind, yesterday I was trying to do what I'm doing right now, and I kept noticing, boy, that E string and the G string and the D string are having a problem staying in pitch. And this guitar is an excellent guitar that I bought off of Reverb from a nice gentleman. I'll tell you what, it's just excellent. But you know what happened? The neck pocket had gotten loose. These screws back here had gotten loose, just from either sitting around or whatever it might be. And I have eight T-style guitars here with me. And so as soon as I got this one tightened back down, I went around to all the others, and 7 of them had just enough that you could get, you know, even a quarter of a turn, an eighth of a turn. Some of them had a little bit more. This one, listen, it had a lot of room to turn. So that's a tip. We're putting a lot of pressure on these guitars. Make sure that you're doing the neck maintenance. Just very simply, just tighten those screws just gently but firmly. So with that said, let's see if we can do a few bends on this Haggard classic. Let me turn it down just a little bit right there. Goes a little something like this. hope you enjoyed a little mighty Merle Haggard. Don't forget that neck pocket. Yeah, you know, we're putting a lot of pressure on that neck, and it just makes sense to do a little neck maintenance. I'm going to try to get this a little bit more refined. I had a little bumps and bruises along the way, but always remember, nobody ever dies from a bad note or a bad mistake, or even a little mistake at that. So don't ever worry about the practice that you do and the mistakes that you get. It's really you're learning what not to do. And if you don't do those things, well, then how are you going to learn what not to do or what to do, or however you want to look at it? But God bless y'all, and thank you for watching this, and happy Memorial Day to you and your families, your friends, and for all those that have and continue to serve the United States, our love and prayers to each of those families. God bless y'all.